they're lining up. We'll tell you that the coin toss tonight has been brought to you by Favor. Favor brings the store to your door in minutes with HEB now. Coin toss a little bit earlier, and Elgin wins the coin toss, and the Wildcats will defer. So we'll see that Pflugerville offense on the field. Panthers come in at 3-0, 1-0 in 11-5A Division II. Elgin 0-4 and 0-1 in district play. Charles Taylor is the head coach at Pflugerville in his 8th season. Last year they went 8-4. Rich Lucero promoted to head coach from offensive coordinator when Heath Clausen went to Woodville, and they are looking for that first win. So we're ready to go. Boy, best night of high school football we've had, and Elgin goes with the little squib and almost onside kick-like, but the
great starting field position.
Yeah, I was going to say the downside is Dylan Daniels recovered, and Pflugerville's got great starting field position.
I think he was trying to hit the top of the football and get that top bounce, and caught it too far. Didn't get much carry on it. It's going to be out to the 43-yard line to start this first possession of the ballgame.
Starting lineup brought to you by Favor. Favor brings the store to your door in minutes with HEB now. Cole Taylor makes this offense go. He is the coach's son. He's also an outstanding baseball player, and we will get to some of the skill guys you're going to see, and immediately a throw out there, and that's Braylon Hill, and Hill the catch, and then spins it back. Now reverses his field back behind the line of scrimmage all the way to the other side, knocked, but stays on his feet and to about the 40-yard line, and he ran about 80 yards for a 13-yard gain.
Well, he ran 25 to the sideline, 50 back over to the sidelines. You're right. And then on the other end of it, he gained about 12 yards. Is there a penalty on the play? They're not moving the sticks at this point. I did not see the flag, but so many times when a player reverses field, you see a block in the back or something, but a great job of bouncing off those black. He's going to need a drink of water after that.
I mean, so there was a penalty on the field. So this will take it all the way back to the 35. It was a spot penalty, spot foul. So now we'll take a look at that Elgin Wildcat defense. They're led by their senior safety, Bryce Barron. It is names you'll see on both sides, and that's certainly, Keith, at this level, one of the issues having to play Ironman football in 5A.
A lot of guys playing on both sides of the ball.
So now you got a first down at about 18 for Pflugerville. I think Hill did get a rest. Timothy Edwards is the running back. They'll change it to the far right hash.
The penalty occurred on that side of the field, so it's moved to the right hash.
Their center, Eric Reyes, is the leader and gets everybody in the right protections for Pflugerville. Taylor going back to pass. Over the top, got a man, caught, and then dropped. Well, that was Hill. Had it in his hands, a little bit underthrown, but that'll bring up a second and long.
Well, the ball did get knocked down a little bit, but that's one that Hill just turned back. Watch his head. Right there at the last minute, you saw him lift his head off the ball and started to run before he secured the football. It'll lead to a second and long, but really well-designed play, and that should have been a big play.
Joshua Foy, sophomore DB, in on the coverage, but that'll bring up second down and 18. Two in the backfield, then the motion man is Penson, and there's Taylor, sets up the screen, lot of room to run, and that is Edwards, brought down, but not before. He's got a first down at about the 44-yard line.
It's a really nice setup screen. I'm not sure if we're going to have a penalty. I think there's a tackle on this play that I saw, but I did not see a flag on the ground, and now we see him backing up. This is going to be holding.
All right, so Brian Jones, our referee. Levon Whitaker joins us again tonight. First off, Levon, welcome to football season with that weather tonight, huh?
Yeah, the weather is beautiful down here, man. You're talking about a nice little breeze. I think we're in the 80s right now, so, you know, as a guy from the Midwest, I'm loving it. You know, this is nice out here.
Self-inflicted wounds, Keith, though, now all the way back to the 25-yard line. This is a 2nd and 28.
It was a real well-designed screenplay that time, but the holding brought it back.
They go screen. Hill has blockers, gets the edge, and Hill pushed out of bounds short of midfield, but obviously much more manageable now. Now Hill comes up limping. Yeah, favoring that left foot as he was pushed out of bounds at about midfield.
Junior is such a weapon too.
Actually back at the 45-yard line, so that'll bring up third down and about 8. They're gaining lots of yards, but they've been pushed back a couple of times now. Cole Taylor, 6'3", 210-pound senior, thrown for just under 1,160 yards coming in. Taylor over the middle, and that ball is caught by Penson. Quaylen Penson.
He knew he was going to get blown up. How about this throw? I mean, this is threading the needle. There's defenders everywhere, but boy, he pays the price. Nice concentration to hold on to this football.
Hey, he threw him right into that defender, Wyatt Cooper, that made the tackle, but
how about overcoming that?
Yeah, a lot of penalty yardage. And now Pflugerville inside the Elgin 40-yard line. Taylor, a little fake throw, and that time behind Penson. That'll bring up second down. Penson came in, 17 catches, just over 200 yards. Aiden Smart, number 2, 24 catches, 306 yards. And Hill, we've seen him already, leading receiver, 27 catches, over 450 yards.
Yeah, he's coming back into the game. That's a big note for the Panthers, coming back into the far side of the field. They're going to come to the line and spread. And, you know, Coach Taylor, we've known a long time. He was a coach that ran the football. Yeah. Now
he goes, can you believe what I'm doing? Well, one thing is he's got a young man in his house that kind of led to this with Cole, as good a quarterback as he is. Quick hitter out on the edge. Hill shakes a tackler, breaks another one, and brought down by Matthew Clear.
Matthew Clear, he'll be in a lot of tackles right here, but you can just see Hill. He's just so shifty. He does a nice job. Good blocking in front. Makes the first 2 guys miss. And then Clear cleans it up, but it makes it very manageable third down.
Yeah, second, third down of the drive for Pflugerville is just over 2 minutes gone by in this drive. A little pop, and that's going to be a loss on the play. And again, that is outstanding play by Damian Hernandez. So now you got fourth down and about 6.
Well, they got a blitz coming, and he just got through right there. It's a run blitz or a pass blitz, either one, but they're bringing the linebackers, shoots the gap, makes that play, and it's going to bring up fourth down outside of field goal range here.
Yeah, Hernandez, the junior linebacker with the TFL for Elgin. So now, after a couple of third down conversions, Pflugerville's got a fourth down. They need to get to inside the 29-yard line of Elgin. Taylor going up top, wants to go deep, and that's over the head of Hill. Late flag coming in. Let's wait for the call. It would be a turnover on downs. We'll see what the call is, though. Already had a couple of big penalties on Pflugerville. We'll see what this one is on a fourth down play. Pflugerville's offense staying out there.
Against the defense, hands to the face.
That's huge. Extends the drive, Keith. Elgin had a chance to get this high-powered offense off the field, and Pflugerville in business.
It's a 15-yarder too. This will take them down inside the red zone. Extend the drive after an incompletion on fourth down. Boy, you get a stop a couple of times here. You felt like you were going to get a stop. Instead, it's 1st and 10.
Pflugerville now in the red zone as they have not put up fewer than 21 in their opener against Leander. They've been over 30 the rest of the way. Taylor straight keep, turns it up, and he's dragged down picked up about 4.
He's a big 6'4", strong runner to the outside right here. This is just a quarterback keeper around the outside, single wing type play out of the shotgun. First running play we've seen in the ballgame other than the pop pass, which goes as a pass, even though it went for negative yardage.
Panthers open district play with a win over Navarro last week, 62-0. Taylor out on the edge, and that ball is caught, dragged down. Nice open field tackle, and that'll bring up another 3rd down.
Well, they love the bubble screen. Anytime you see 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, and guys are blocking, but a really nice job to come just drag him down. Fortunate that wasn't a horse collar. Got him up pretty high on the jersey. Yeah. That was a heck of a tackle.
Nate Perkins making the play on Jaden Jones. Here we go, another 3rd down. 3rd and 4 now for Pflugerville. Clock ticking. More than 4 minutes has gone by in this drive.
10th play of the drive here.
Taylor caught, and Penson into the end zone. Touchdown, Pflugerville. That's Quaylen Penson, the junior, his 4th touchdown catch of the season. 18th touchdown pass for Cole Taylor.
Well, they just roll him out into the flat. One-on-one out in the flat here after coming in motion. Gets to the outside, makes one move here, breaks one tackle, and then the move to the pylon. Caps a 57-yard, 10-play drive.
4 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock. Extra point by Deloria is good, and we've got a timeout. Panthers strike first on KBVO.
Workplace accident can quickly leave you unable to work, causing monthly bills to start piling up. At Thomas J. Henry, we understand the financial stress that can follow a serious on-the-job injury. This is why we offer our no-win, no-fee promise. You do not pay us unless we win your case. Simple as that. Thomas J. Henry secures real results for real people. We don't let cost keep you from getting the compensation you deserve. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
What does it take to earn trust? To be the one Central Texas turns to build integrity. How about investigations that bring real change? More in-depth means more informed. In a state where everything's bigger, KXAN has the biggest investigative team around.
I also want to give a special thank you to KXAN.
Because that is what it takes. KXAN investigates.
KXAN Game Day Weather Forecast brought to you by A+ FCU. Join Austin's best credit union and live your A+ life. We'll talk about overcoming penalties, and then a big penalty helped Pflugerville, Keith, as they strike first.
Yeah, it was stopped on 4th down. The penalty extends the drive, and then they take advantage and put it in the end zone. Good return here, though.
Yeah, Simmons all the way out to the 40-yard line. So good starting field position. Or check that's Dontavius Robinson for Elgin. So here come the Wildcats. Trey Flores, quarterback. Starting lineups brought to you by Favor. Favor brings the store to your door in minutes. Vizcarra, Malik, Robinson, and Simmons for the Wildcats. Their big offensive line. Kelly Gibson, that left tackle, one of the Iron Men, playing both ways for Rich Lucero's Elgin Wildcats. Heath Clausen moved on to Woodville. Lucero was promoted from the offensive coordinator job and now takes over this Elgin team that's looking to build on last year. Right out of the gates, we've got a penalty. Let's take a look at that Panther defense, and you're not seeing triple here. They have 3 Shepherd brothers. Kerman is the senior defensive end, leads the team with 3.5 sacks. And then the twins, Kumar and Kumar, are the starting safeties. So that's why you see 3 K Shepherds. Keyshawn Ware, an outstanding player, the star back for Pflugerville. Flores going up top, wants a shot, and that one overthrown, but fortunately for Flores, underthrown because Coomer Shepard had a chance, number 20, to have a chance at a pick.
I like the fact they went a little play action on the first play, trying to get vertical down the field.
Elgin
Consistency offensively is where they're looking for. They've just been really inconsistent these early in the year.
Yeah, they had some outstanding offensive players that are not with them anymore from that team that won 6 ball games last year. I mentioned won their first playoff game in a decade. Here's Flores again up top, and he's got his man. Short gain on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down. That is Andre Simmons, the junior.
To the outside, good tackle. Wrapped him up perfectly, driving to the ground. That's when you say farm tackle and you look at it in the dictionary, that was a farm tackle right there.
So now, 3rd down and short for Wildcats.
That's 3rd and 12.
Or 12 rather, that penalty.
Yep.
So, yeah, just a pickup of 3 on that play. Blitz coming. They set the screen up. Got some room, lots of room for Elgin, and that's going to be Nicholson all the way down to the 35. Jeremiah Nicholson.
Boy, it's really well set up. And Nicholson right here, he just slides over. Nice job of not panicking. He's got a couple of big guys out in front. He actually gets by them. And how about finishing that run? Hey, I'm going to deliver the blow here. He did that. 1st down in Panther territory at the 35.
I don't know if you saw that move. He stepped up like he was going to help in pass protection, then did a little 360. Sprung loose and picked up the 1st down. Play clock down to 2 seconds. The give up the middle, springing free for big yardage all the way down to the 20. And that is Duran Traylor, a sophomore.
Well, what we've seen so far, these guys running the football, they're willing to go, and they're not afraid of contact. And that is, again, he delivered the blow at the end. And nice little play action, going back with a cross buck with the back. Get it down to the red zone.
Traylor again, and good fight for extra yardage. Picks up about 6 and bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, this would be a heck of an answer if they can find a way to come away with 6 points here on this drive. Won the toss, deferred to the second half. They give up the big play that turns in, and the penalty that turns into 6 points.
Boy, a lot of shifting going on that Elgin offense. Now Flores with plenty of time on the play clock. Traylor again, and Traylor down to the 10. That should be enough to move the sticks. That'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
Good push up top. Backside catches him. That was a good push up front. The hole was there. You got 1st and goal.
Cameron Thornton, the junior linebacker, making that play for Pflugerville. Started with the nice kickoff return from Dontavius Robinson. Then the big screen pass. Nicholson back in there at running back. And Elgin calls the timeout. The play clock was winding down, so obviously big moment right here, trying to pull even. We'll step aside, hear from Thomas J. Henry.
For over 30 years, Thomas J. Henry has been in the fight for those who have been injured in Texas. With over $1 billion delivered to our clients in the last 4 years and more than 13,000 5-star reviews, our dedication to life-changing results is clear. But don't just take our word for it. Hear from those who've experienced the difference. Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Back to the field in Pflugerville as Elgin and Pflugerville play their second district ball game of the season. Elgin, mentioned, lost to McCallum last week. McCallum's playing Bastrop right now at House Park. Bastrop on top 7-0. So first and goal for Elgin. Nicholson has it, squirts up the middle, and he's got 6 more. That offensive line doing a nice job.
Yeah, and how about the explosion? He went from a dead stop. What's this in this handoff? It looks like he's going to be caught right there, and does a nice job of breaking out and getting it down to the 4-yard line. First down play, and you're right, that good push up front. Boy, this would be a heck of an answer right here.
Second and goal. Play clock down to 5. Flores, little delay, fights his way. Almost looked like a bit of a broken play, but it'll be third and goal.
I think it was a quarterback draw, or it was a quarterback run. It just didn't that he thought he was going to try to hand it off first, so he delayed. You're absolutely right. He turned like he was going to hand it off. It might have been a broken play. Boy, this is a gigantic play here on third down.
Oh, the other thing is, Keith, they're rolling the clock here down to around 3 minutes, inside of 3 minutes when they take the snap here in the first quarter. Same play, but they go Wildcat, touchdown, Elgin. Michael Mahias with the touchdown, and Wildcats answer Pflugerville's opening drive.
59 yards on 7 plays and capped out of the Wildcat for the touchdown, and a heck of an answer from Elgin. An extra point away to having a tie ball game here.
Christian Soto handles the kicking duties for Elgin. Flores to hold, and the extra point is good. Well, 1 drive apiece, 1 touchdown apiece here at the field. Back after this.
If you're thinking about a compact tractor and you want the best, you can afford a Kubota. Check out the new Kubota L2502 package deal. A front loader, a rear mower, a box blade, and a trailer, all for one low price. New All Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
What is GMFB overtime?
It's this, that, and a whole lot of 5 days a week.
Let's go. Here we go.
It's football for everyone.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. on KBVO.
Back to the field, our Covert Ford Austin fan cam, the Pflugerville side in pink tonight, honoring breast cancer awareness here in Pflugerville. All right, pretty impressive drive from Pflugerville, especially considering what they overcame in penalties, and then great answer by Elgin.
Yeah, 7 plays, 59 yards, took 4:48 off the clock. How do you stop a really good pass on offense?
Keep them off the field.
That's exactly right.
Well, we'll see if Elgin changes up their strategy here, giving Pflugerville great field position on the first kick. I think they were looking for that big hop on the squib. Same thing, they get the big hop and then it's bobbled. That ball is a live football and Elgin comes up with it. Elgin gets the turnover and the Wildcats are in business in Pflugerville territory.
Well, this is that big hop you were talking about. Stepped up right here, he went 10 yards trying to make the play, bounces off the shoulder pads, just gets right on top of it in a hurry. Does Vela, and just like that, possession.
So Elgin brings their offense right back on the field. Isaiah Vela pouncing on it. And the key was what you said, Keith. Got it high in the air, and then you just kind of hope it's mishandled, and it was. So that Pflugerville defense has to come right back out. Straight keep for Flores, gets a block on the edge and picks up good first down yardage. Keyshawn Ware, their star backer, making the play.
Every one of these backs, so right at contact, they're willing to bow their neck and put their head down, and even the quarterback there, they all are finishing these runs.
Ware, the leading tackler for Pflugerville.
9 down in the box right now. Single coverage on the outside.
And that time, Pflugerville was ready for it. They ran a blitz, and that was great defensive play right there to bring up a third down as Caleb Smith came knifing in from his middle linebacker spot.
That's just perfectly done. Timed it perfectly. Came right off the block of the center, and now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Another blitz look from Pflugerville. They were all leaning. Flores goes to the sideline, checks with his offensive line. And nothing there. Ware and friends making the play. That's going to force a 4th and long.
They overloaded the box in this drive. And you can see the difference. That's what defensive coordinators do. They make adjustments, say, we're going to load the box. They were running and running with success, made the difference. They went to man coverage on the outside, and that's going to lead to a 3 and out.
Melvin McPherson, the defensive tackle, got the first hit. So here is Soto. Gaston back deep for the Panthers. Let's see if Elgin's got anything up their sleeve. High punt. They keep it away from Gaston. Gets a side bounce. Now gets a Pflugerville bounce. Boy, that thing checked up and went about 3 yards backwards. But Pflugerville now has to go 70, 80 yards on mark at the 20. Levon Whitaker, we talked about the 2 offenses, but Pflugerville, you could tell they anticipated that run game on that last possession.
Yeah, well, they have to. I mean, at that point, you give the team a good field position. They ran the ball pretty well in that last drive that led to a touchdown. So if you're Pflugerville, you load the box and trust and test the quarterback to trust his wide receivers out there on the island.
Ball. Yeah, they added 5 yards.
Penalty on the kicking team.
Yeah, kicking team, and they'll just take instead of re-kicking, they'll just take it out at the 25 instead of the 20, and the 5 yards will be added on there.
So first down for Pflugerville, their 3rd possession. Well, actually their 2nd. Their 2nd one never happened on the kickoff that was fumbled. So Taylor now takes it at their own 25-yard line. Wanted something deep, not there, and now Taylor drops it down and overthrown. That's a nice job by that Elgin secondary not to bite on the fake.
And I like what Taylor did. He said, I'm going to throw it to the far side, out of bounds here to the outside. And the only person who's got a chance is my receiver right here. Try to loft it up, and if he can't get it, then nobody gets it. We'd love to play another down. But he's going to try everything he can do to get it into Hill's hands, number 12.
Last year, Elgin won this ball game. Taylor threw for over 300 yards. 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers on the ground, and that is a big game for Timothy Edwards. All the way up near midfield for the senior running back.
They just split the gap that time. They've thrown it on almost every play, and everybody gets hat on helmet. The linebacker gets blocked. Nice block by the center, coming up and getting the middle linebacker. Clears the path, and a first down.
Well, they've been really hit with the injury bug to the running back position. Edwards came into the start of practice as their 4th running back. Out on the edge to Hill. Good pursuit, but he slips through the tackle and gets it into Elgin territory. Like the Wildcats had a chance to get him for a loss.
Well, he's just got such a good move right there. He breaks enough tackles and gets pushed out of bounds. Going to live to have another play here with 2 seconds to go in the quarter.
Bryce Barron, the safety, had a beat on him. And Rich Lucero has some glowing things to say to us about his senior safety, Bryce Barron.
Young man, baseball player, decided to come back out here in his senior year. It just has been so important to this team.
Edwards has it on second down, gets the edge, turns it up. He's got a first down and more. That'll be the final play of the first quarter at the Field in Pflugerville. You're watching high school football on KBVO, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry.
When it comes to choosing a personal injury attorney, results matter. Over the last 4 years, we've put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets. Our results speak for themselves. With offices across Texas and hundreds of attorneys available 24/7, we're here to fight for the money you deserve. The choice is clear. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A+ FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A+ Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A+ life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
Back at the Field in Pflugerville, start of the second quarter. Pflugerville and Elgin tied up at 7. Panthers with the ball for the second time. They fumbled the kickoff after Elgin scored to tie the ball game up. Taylor outside to Hill. Hill out of bounds, but not before he picks up about 5 yards. How about this score in Dripping Springs, because Lake Travis has relinquished their stadium for renovation, so they're the home team. Lake Travis, undefeated, trails Bowie 14-0 in the second quarter in a district ballgame.
That is very surprising.
Here, Pflugerville, and you can see the game, and then Keith, all those short passes, you figure at some point something's going to pop deep.
Yeah, that or you're going to get a double move on the outside, try to get vertical.
Tyrone McGill in the ball game, and McGill, oh, what a catch. McGill, spectacular catch. Looked like it was pretty well defended, and he comes up with it for the touchdown over Foy. McGill just showing great ball skills right there, and just like that, Pflugerville back on top.
Yeah, they did get vertical right here with just a perfect throw from Taylor, and he lays it up. Now watch this, the end, folks. It looks like it's defended. He just goes up. How about the hand strength? Goes up with 2 hands and just rips it down.
That's a sophomore that obviously they are high on. Extra point is good, so we'll keep it here. Just 52 seconds into the second quarter, and boy, McGill, impressive catch right there. We'll take a look.
It's just, look at it. I love that. He goes up with both hands and then has the presence of mind to get inside the pylon to cap a 75-yard, 6-play drive. Took 1 minute and 35 seconds off the clock. Extra points good.
Levon was the second closest defender down there. That's a big-time catch, wasn't it, Levon?
Yeah, I had a front row seat of that one. That was just great hand-eye coordination from McGill. I mean, and then the concentration to keep his feet in bounds, tiptoe backwards, and then just cross into the end zone. I mean, that was some light feet work from McGill in the end zone. Beautiful play.
Cole Taylor now, second touchdown pass. He's up to 19 on the season. I talked with his dad about, he mentioned he's a really good baseball player too, and of course you love these multi-sport kids, but at some point he's gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah, you do.
I know you did. You just went and played both.
You know, you can possibly do it.
So Pflugerville, on both of their possessions, they have scored. Kick taken at the 12-yard line, and another good return. Cooper up to the 35 and more. Second nice return by Elgin. That's Wyatt Cooper, the junior.
I just love how these Elgin backs all finish. He turns up when they know the contact's coming, they lower their shoulder and they accelerate into contact and finish their runs. That's an excellent start right there, 38-yard line. Trailing here by 7. See if they can go down, if they've got another answer. Their last possession, they tried 3 times in the line, and the Panthers made a decision. They brought 8 or 9 guys down in the box. See if they don't spread it out here a little bit, try to empty this box a little bit.
Yeah, they do, with 3 receivers to the right of Flores. So the cat and mouse game. So they go direct snap, and Nicholson breaks the tackle. Now Nicholson into the secondary, down the sideline, and he's got a first down and more. So that time they go a little Wildcat from the Wildcats.
Really nice run right here. Good block right out in front of him, and then does a nice job breaking tackles and getting it down to the 39-yard line. And a 1st and 10.
So one play, 23 yards for Jeremiah Nicholson. He had the big catch and run on the screen pass on their scoring drive. They'll stay Wildcat. This time the give, nothing doing there. That's going to be a loss on the play, and I'll bring up 2nd down. Caleb Smith.
This is one that you would think as a quarterback or as a guy running you can see him snap his hands. Number one, he knew that was one he should have taken out. It's a read. He takes it out. He had a nice hole in front of him.
Also in on there, the oldest of the Shepherd brothers, Kermon, 25. Loss on the play.
Boy, box is stacked again.
Zone read keep. Nicholson up the middle. Nicholson hard running. Stays on his feet inside the 25-yard line.
Well, you fooled me once. That's my problem. You fooled me twice, Ed. You're not. This time he pulled it out, saw that same hole open up on the zone read, and just took it down the field and a 1st down.
That was Kermar Shepherd, the sophomore, number 17, but not before a big game from Nicholson. So Elgin on the move again. This time they do give it on the zone read, and that's good yardage right to the sticks for Mejias, who scored the touchdown.
Just good speed to the outside. And this time you see that guys break down inside. It's a good read. Give it. Gets 9 yards on the play.
Pflugerville's going to call a timeout here as their defense is getting gashed a little bit by this Elgin run game.
Get the guys together. Let them talk about it, but this has been a really good answer. This has been an entertaining first half in the sense that both of these teams, it's been punch and counterpunch.
And certainly one of the issues for Elgin, again, we talked about last year, they made it to the playoffs, got a playoff win for the first time in a decade. You see head coach Rich Lucero in there. Just the numbers game. They don't have a big varsity roster. Now, he did tell us that the sub-varsity level, he's very encouraged that those numbers are better, and that's so important in
build
building
a culture
or establishing a program.
No question. And it's a growing area. Elgin is growing by leaps and bounds.
2nd and short now after that run. Nicholson remains at quarterback. We'll just call him quarterback now, and Nicholson's got a 1st down and more. He's taking it in. Jeremiah Nicholson, just like that. Elgin with the answer.
I tell you what, this is just good old power running. He just takes and he finishes right here. Finds that seam, lowers his shoulder, and right here just takes on right there and say, hey, I got a head of steam and I'm going forward, and extra point away from a tie ball game here.
See that Elgin bench is fired up. Soto will try to convert the extra point. 9:40 to go here in the 2nd quarter. And we've got a tie ball game again as Elgin gets the answer. And, well, Keith, we talked about it. What do you do in the chess match when Pflugerville on the second drive loads the box? Waiting on a call here on the extra point. But they obviously changed up their defensive philosophy. It worked on the second drive, so Elgin has to make adjustments on their next possession.
Somebody has been ejected from the game. I saw.
It looks like it's going to be on the Elgin side because they're talking to the Elgin coaches.
Saw that thumb come out. We'll get an explanation here.
Personal foul against the defense. The defender lined up on the line of scrimmage, not in the three-point stance. Rushed the kick and made forcible contact. That foul being forced 15 yards on the kickoff.
Okay, so
wasn't somebody ejected?
Nobody tossed, and the penalty was against Pflugerville, so they'll apply that on the kickoff. But back to my point about the cat and mouse game with Elgin's offense trying to combat what Pflugerville's doing on defense. Let's check back in with Levon.
Yeah, I'm curious right now if Elgin's going to line up and go for that square ball onside kick. And if you're Pflugerville, I got to wonder if you're getting McGill up there or if you're going to find a guy to get one of your hands guys up on the front of that line to recover the square but the onside kick here. That's all we've seen from the kickoff team for Elgin.
Well, why wouldn't you? You're kicking it from their 45-yard line now.
Absolutely.
You don't get it, they probably get it at the 35 or inside.
Well, they've got 10 guys up expecting some kind of pooch kick or top kick right now.
So Soto, there it is again. That's a straight onside kick picked up by Pflugerville. One of the Shepherd brothers. That's Coomer, K-U-M-E-R. Twin brother Kurmar is K-U-R-M-A-R, and then Kerman is K-U-R-M-O-N.
Got to have nicknames at home.
K and K and K. Special K.
Yeah, got to have nicknames at home.
All right, so now here comes Pflugerville. Now, Elgin has not been able to stop this Pflugerville offense, so see if they can figure something out. Taylor got his man, Jones. Jones looking to get to the edge, and he does drag down from behind, but not before. Big first down play. That's Jaden Jones, the senior.
Taylor gets out of his hands quickly and in a nice job. Good blocking in front of him, and it gets jersey and ripped out of bounds. The reason you say, oh, isn't that a late hit? Well, the play started in bounds, and you really don't know as a player whether you're on the sidelines or not, so they let it finish.
Yeah, Wyatt Cooper running a long way to make that tackle. But one play, and they're at midfield. Pence in the motion man for Pflugerville, and that's what they're going to go it to. And he's got room. Gets a block from Hill, and he's down about the 40. Well, that was nearly a block in the back, but Hill kind of pulled up.
These receivers, they can do so many things when they get the ball in their hands. They get it out. Taylor gets it out quickly and then allows his receivers just to move around. And it seems like every one of them are 8, 10, 12 yards at a clip.
So second and short. This could be a time to take a shot for Pflugerville. Nope, they give it to Edwards. Big hole. Edwards coming to the near side, and he's got a first down and more. Now, this is where it gets tough for Elgin without great numbers and having to defend against this Pflugerville offense, and you can see some big holes being opened up.
been a decent mix of run and pass here.
Edwards left side, big hole again, and Edwards just keeps churning, and he's brought down by Clear, but not before another gain of 8 yards. Yards per play, pretty sizable on both sides.
Yeah, you're right. We've had a lot of offense in this game, and a nice move to the outside. It seems like every play is 8 or 9 yards, moving right down the field.
Movement, that's going to be 5 against Pflugerville out on the edge. Jones jumped. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Pflugerville's saying that Elgin jumped, but there's procedure.
Never figured out why wide receivers can be those guys who haven't seen. They're looking right down in the inside to look back at the football. Not many negative plays tonight for the Panthers.
Pflugerville's only loss was a 35-31 loss to Hayes in week 2. Hill, fake like he was going to come in motion, makes the catch, and then squirts through the defense all the way down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, he has got an outstanding first step. Once he gets the ball in his hands and makes that decision, watch this right here. Now watch him get vertical quickly, accelerate. Good blocking by his receivers down the field, and takes it down inside the 5 and a first down.
Braylon Hill came into the ball game with 27 catches. He's over 30 now on the season and over 500 yards receiving, as we are at game number 5 on his way to a big season. Edwards bounces off his own blocker and finds the corner. Edwards into the end zone. Touchdown Pflugerville, and that is Timothy Edwards' 2nd touchdown of the season.
Well, he does a great job. Watch him right here. As you mentioned, bounces the outside, bounces off of his tackle, and just finds a way to get to the corner and accelerates. A 6-play, 65-yard drive. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Panthers.
Emmanuel Deloria with the extra point, and Pflugerville is back on top. So Elgin knew it was going to be a big chore against this Pflugerville offense. They got that free possession on the onside kick. Couldn't do anything with it, but they didn't allow Pflugerville to have it that time. But now they've got to come up with an answer and see if they change up that Wildcat look with Nicholson, go back to Flores, or stick with it.
It was so successful. That was a 6-play, 65-yard drive, took 2:55 off the clock. As you mentioned, 3 possessions for the Panthers, 3 have ended in the end zone. See if Elgin can match. They've been matching drive for drive so far here in this first half.
Well, Lake Travis has scored 14 unanswered, so they're tied midway through the 2nd quarter. Lake Travis and Bowie. That game played in Dripping Springs, 14-all. Cedar Park leading Killeen Chaparral 26-6 at Gupton Stadium tonight. They're at the half. LBJ and San Antonio Cornerstone. LBJ up 14-13 in the 2nd, and Bastrop up 21-0 on McCallum down at House Park. Elgin's done a nice job returning kicks, and that time
somebody issued a fair catch.
Yeah, that's a bad break for Elgin, the way they've been returning kicks. I don't know if they intended the fair catch.
It might have just was getting his hands up, getting ready, but somebody thought it was a fair catch, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
25, first down.
I didn't see any fair catch signal.
No, he made a little gesture with his hands, but certainly those were below the waist. So Elgin goes to work at their own 25-yard line with 6:52 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Elgin did defer, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. Big drive right here to
Wildcat again.
Yeah, see if they can hold serve, if you will. Nicholson fakes the pass, but then he is dropped, and that is Cameron Thornton, the junior linebacker.
I just read that quickly. They were trying to run a quarterback draw. You can see him set up and just coming right from his middle linebacker position, shot the gap, and it's right there.
And all those linebackers coming, Keith.
Yeah.
There wasn't going to be enough room with the down lineman and then 3 different linebackers coming. They're daring Elgin to put the ball in the air. I mean, look at this defense. There's 11 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. Nicholson keeps it in and picks up about 3. Of course, you get through that first level, and then you can run a long way.
The timeout called here.
Whistled way back in the secondary. If it was a clock issue. Get the call from, that's a penalty against Pflugerville. Sideline.
Against the defense. The 15-yard penalty, first down.
First one's usually a warning.
So it appeared he called a sideline violation unless there was contact.
Yes. That is a huge break.
Yeah.
Carries an automatic first down.
All the way out to the 41-yard line for Elgin. And this time, Mahias takes the snap, faked the handoff to Nicholson and picks up a couple. Ball loose, and Pflugerville says they have it, waiting for a signal. And they're discussing it. I haven't seen a signal. It is Pflugerville ball. So Mahias loses the handle, and the Panthers come up with their first turnover of the ball game.
We can really see it where this ball comes out. We'll get a better view here. Great camera work by our guys.
No doubt.
No doubt. That ball was out. Good call.
Stripped away, and so after the big penalty that put Elgin in good field position, you see Melvin McPherson. Looks like he's got some kind of turnover chain on the sideline for Panthers, and now they go back to work on offense. Here's Edwards, and Edwards picks up about 5 on first down. So now a chance for the first 2-score lead of the night.
Yeah, watch Hill. He's on the top of the screen on the outside.
And Pflugerville will be somewhat deliberate, Keith, knowing the situation with the fact that Elgin's going to get the ball to start the second half. Don't want to give it to him too quickly and then basically have a chance for them to get 2 consecutive possessions. Taylor going up top. McGill again. Got him in stride. Touchdown. Pflugerville. Well, they'll take the big chunks if they're there. And how about that combination for a second touchdown? Cole Taylor to Tyrone McGill.
Well, this is a perfectly thrown ball by Cole Taylor. He's looking to the left. You see him look left, come back to the right, lays it up on the slant, the deep slant. Just hit him right in stride for the touchdown.
Pflugerville turns the turnover into points, and now they lead it 28-14. That's a big swing, Keith. Elgin gets the big break on the penalty. They've got first down. That offense and the Wildcat had been moving it. Pflugerville forces the turnover and then makes them pay with the big strike.
Well, 2 plays, 42 yards after the turnover. It only took 51 seconds off the clock, and now we have a 2-score separation. And well, this offense for the Panthers has just been outstanding here tonight.
Well, Levon, we've seen Cole Taylor throw that deep ball, and that was about as pretty as you can throw it.
Yeah, I mean, read the defense perfectly. Guy playing off of him just a little bit, playing off McGill just a little bit, and just saw the open field. Why not take it? Why waste time trying to wind the clock down, like you said? I mean, I thought they were winding the clock down as well and play the possession game, but if you can get a 2-score lead, I guess that's better.
Well, they might be thinking about another possession now. There's still 5 minutes to go, so Pflugerville gets the 2-score lead, and that one will be a touchback, boomed into the end zone. So an important moment here for this Elgin team, down 28-14.
First down, Wildcats. Yeah, they've tried some different things. See what they come out with here from the 25-yard line, and just feel like they need points. This is going to be probably one of the biggest drives of the game. Can they find a way on this possession to take it down and put some points on the board? And we'll see what happens here with this. This is a big drive.
So they're going to come back with Flores at quarterback. And again, Pflugerville stacking the line of scrimmage. They bring Nicholson as a deep eye back and nothing doing on first down. That's Traylor. He had some nice runs on that first drive, but that time he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. And 55's having himself a ball game. Melvin McPherson.
They have loaded this box now, and they're trying to take away this inside run that they had some success earlier. They're going to have to find a way to get outside or get something in the passing game.
Melvin's having some fun out there. He's making plays, celebrating.
It's supposed to be.
Flores fakes the throw, now goes deep, got a man in traffic and incomplete. Robinson, the intended receiver, and holding the back of his leg. The coverage from Coomer Shepard, the sophomore safety, and Dontavius Robinson came down on that leg, and he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he tried to go up, and there was contact. It came down awkwardly on one of his legs. It's going to bring up a big third down, though, with the incompletion.
Tried to take a shot. He had some separation, but Shepard did a nice job of recovering, and they just can't afford to lose bodies on that Elgin side. Good to see Robinson up, but not putting any pressure on that left leg. So now you still have 4:11 to go. Clock stopped on the incompletion and a 3rd down and 10.
Both teams with 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute timeout.
Like Travis has rattled off 21 unanswered. Bowie 21-14. Flores option look and nothing there. In fact, he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's Kermon Shepard, the senior.
Got a nice job. Tried to run the option and just kept feathering it to the outside. He had nowhere to go to the outside, and then the inside pursuit finally catches it. It's going to lead to a punt, second of the ball game for Elgin. A lot of time on this clock.
Caleb Gaston back deep for Pflugerville. Soto will punt it from about his own 15-yard line. So
had 12 men in the huddle.
Now he's going to have to punt it from even deeper.
Before the snap, illegal substitution. Too many men on the field. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Panthers should get excellent field position here. Clock should go back to running because it was a running clock when penalty was called, but it is not moving.
Soto was able to kick it away from Gaston last time. High snap, he's able to back up and get it. And he does kick it away. See if it turns over. Nope, turns sideways, and that's going to be excellent field position for the Panthers. He'll still 3:20 to go here in the second quarter, and now Pflugerville has it in Elgin territory, looking for the separation.
It's got plenty of time again with the timeouts and the 2-minute timeout. You can run your offense, anything you want to do. They are a passing team, no question, but they've had some success on the ground tonight as well.
Both of these teams will get next week off after 5 ball games. See if they take another shot here. Give it to Hill. That time they put Hill in the backfield, and you can see how explosive he is. Breland Hill with about 15 yards on that carry.
He's got another gear. You can see him right here. When he hits that other gear right now, I mean, he just gets the corner, takes it down to the 26-yard line.
Led by fellow running back Timothy Edwards, who had that lead block, and now Elgin will call a timeout with 3:18 to go. And Pflugerville knocking on the door again. Keith and I are going to pull the daily double this week. We're going to be out at Kelly Reeves tomorrow night. No Westlake games, so we'll have a game on KXAN Plus in 25-6A. Round Rock and Cedar Ridge. Both teams got district wins, key district wins, Keith, to get 1-1 in district play last week. Round Rock, it was their first win of the season.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this game, just under the principle of both of these teams. We get to do a Friday night game, which is always fun. And then the second part is just to see Round Rock, because they have been so good for so many years, and know that they're trying to get their season turned around right now, and got that first victory under their belt last week.
Yeah, lost some close games early on, including their district opener to Vista Ridge. Cedar Ridge under their first-year head coach Brian Vardaman. And again, you can download that app, KXAN Plus. It's free, and we'll have it for you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. First down now for Pflugerville. Taylor wants to take a shot, got a man over the middle, just a little too far out in front of Jaden Jones. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I think Taylor thought he was going to continue on a seam, and he cut back to the middle more. He threw it for a seam, and the receiver came across the middle. Just a miscommunication on the route right there. Bring up a 2nd and 10.
This time they keep it on the ground, and Edwards picks up about 8 yards. That'll bring up third down. Plenty of time with Pflugerville still holding on to a couple of timeouts, and they'll stop it again at 2 minutes.
Yeah, you've got a lot of different. I think this is 4-down territory with a chance really to separate this ball game for the Panthers right now with a 2-score lead.
And now maybe they're milking it a little bit to try to come as close as they can to the half to punch it in, because this play clock is already down inside of 10 seconds. Taylor, Hill, or check that, that's Penson. Late flag coming in.
Face mask, yeah, right at the start of the tackle, so this is going to not only be enough for the first down, but it'll tack on half the distance.
So that should take it down to about the 7-yard line.
Foul. Face mask. Defense number 5. After this is hit the goal.
Good pitch and catch gets the first down, but see that first move right there, that left hand gets on the mask.
Completion of Penson plus the penalty results in
take it down to the 7-yard line. Your math is good, Roger.
Not very, but good enough for
that's really
small
good.
Numbers.
There was no equation with it.
No, I can add and subtract whole numbers with the best of them. And they can take this down to the 2-minute timeout. Will they do it? Taylor No, they're going to run and play. They little pop pass, and out on the edge, Penson breaks a tackle to the pylon. Touchdown, Quaylen Penson. And that'll go as a touchdown pass for Cole Taylor. And with an even 2 minutes to go, Pflugerville now an extra point away from a 35-14 lead.
Just great speed to the outside. This is just a great burst. Makes one move, gets to the outside. Watch him get inside the pylon right there. Knock it down and gets the touchdown.
Extra point is a 2-point try, and it's short. Penson.
It was a bad snap.
Yeah.
And he tried to make and get it in. And
nearly did. Was it?
Yeah,
it almost looked like. Well, let's put it this way: he looked like he knew exactly what he was doing. But I hear you.
Yeah, the ball was a snap that came in low. He sort of fumbled it. He picked it up quickly and tried to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, he made a pretty impressive spin move off this.
See,
he dragged it along and then had to. You're right. So Penson got to the end zone for the touchdown, but not the 2-point conversion. So 34-14 is the score here, with an even 2 minutes to go. So it might be a clock thing. I wonder if they stopped the clock on 2 minutes, didn't let it run. Yeah, you don't stop the clock on 2 minutes. You just take a timeout at 2 or the next play after it winds under 2.
Yeah, they're going to say 4 seconds went off the clock on the play. So that is the 2-minute warning. They will have that warning, I would think, before the kick, and now we'll get ready to play. So it really, the score happened on the 2-minute warning play.
Yeah. So it'll just be a change of possession, and now, well, Keith, if Elgin doesn't do anything on first down, I mean, you know, you can't take those timeouts to the locker room with you, and see if Pflugerville tries to see if they can steal one more possession. Line drive kick. It'll be taken by Cooper at about the 8-yard line, and Cooper that time bounces it outside, and then, boy, takes a big hit at about the 26, and boy, bodies flying on that sideline. I mean, there's about 7 bodies that came into the sideline.
Bounces out right here, and then he gets going again, and
big hit right there.
Wow, there's bodies flying everywhere.
Hope Levon's not underneath all that.
No, I'm not.
You were doing your best to get out of the way, weren't you?
I had a couple of close calls with these guys hitting the sidelines so much, but I'm staying out of that pile. I'm good.
All right, so now with 1:47 to go, see if Elgin can do something with it. They haven't had a lot of success in the pass game other than the screen pass to Nicholson on their first drive. Again, Pflugerville stacking that line of scrimmage. Flores sets up the screen, but a little bit behind Nicholson. And boy, if he slips one defender, he has got a lot of room.
Pretty good job of a spy right on him. He was trying to go for the football. And you're right, he had people out in front of him, but that's a nice job defensively, reading it, going there and finding the running back and knocking the football away.
So you stop the clock now on the incompletion with 1:43 to go. I imagine, though, Elgin's less concerned about giving the ball back than they are about trying to get some points here. They need to get back in this ball game. And Flores, zone read, he's got a first down. Kind of an awkward landing there. Almost looked like he was trying to slide down. And
yeah, they're going to put him down short of the first down.
So the clock moves. Fortunately, he didn't do anything to that right leg the way he went down. And
he did go down awkwardly.
So 3rd and short now with the clock ticking. Elgin with 1 timeout remaining. And they spread it out. Give it to Nicholson. Nicholson gets the edge, turns it up. Nicholson, foot race, and goes out of bounds at about the 37. He had Thornton coming from behind, but nice gain on that play.
Get around the outside, beats the linebacker. You'd think he would be headed down the sidelines. Decides to take it out of bounds.
Well, that will lead to a Pflugerville timeout. So he goes out of bounds, possibly to save the timeout, and then Pflugerville takes one anyway. Now you got a legitimate shot here. You got a timeout.
No question.
And you're inside the Pflugerville 40-yard line. And
they've had the most success on the screen game and the passing game, but their running game has been most effective. If you can get a chunk yards on first down running the ball, and obviously you get 10 yards, it stops the clock to move the chains.
There you see the head coach, Rich Lucero, right there in the middle. He was offensive coordinator for Heath Clausen for a couple of years. Clausen went to Woodville, and he was promoted to the head coach. Flores, blitz coming, taking a shot, and that ball is underthrown, and boy, late flag comes in. That's going to be 15 yards. That's going to be pass interference.
There was a lot of contact here. Try to get back to the football.
Pass interference. Offense, number 8.
Offensive pass interference. Well, that changes the complexion of things.
Yeah, that's tough, as now Elgin will be back on their side of the 50 here with 47 seconds to go. So offensive pass interference. Had some costly penalties from both teams. That's Flores right down the seam, and he has got Mahias, makes the catch in traffic. What a throw and catch. Now they'll hurry up.
Yeah, stop the clock. They move the chains before they get the clock back running.
Clock ticking at 33, and they'll clock it. Boy, they started that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did it, but a nice job. Everybody got in position. No illegal procedure. Get it spiked. Now they got shots. They still have a timeout in their pocket as well.
Let's look at that throw right down the seam from Flores to Mahias.
Mahias does a nice job holding on to it because he gets hit contact right at the same time the ball got there.
So first down inside the 25-yard line. Flores, that option look again, and there's nothing there. He is driven down, and now you've got Elgin having to take a timeout. That's Keyshawn Ware. A 1-yard gain.
Yeah, he gets to the outside, and nice job by Ware. You can see him wrapped up with that left hand, but still one-handed, did a nice job of tackling, bring it down, use the timeout here. He's got to throw the football now.
You got third down because you had to clock it on first down. Of course, it's certainly 4-down territory. It's more about the time, and now you don't have a timeout, so you need to get out of bounds, or you need first downs here with 26 seconds to go.
So you are at the 24-yard line, so you can get into the end zone. And this would be a big momentum shift because, as you mentioned, Elgin gets the football to start the second half, and if you can all of a sudden make this a 2-possession game.
And once again, all the defenders within about 5-6 yards of the line of scrimmage. Flores going up top, and man had a step, and then it's picked off by Gabston. Gaston now going the other way. And Gaston has a man to beat, and he is going to do it. Gaston's taking it to the house. Nope, pushed out of bounds by Nicholson, but this is going to come back. There's a lot of flags, and I know one is a block in the back after the interception. And we're going to have to sort this one out. You got a referee down there inside the 10. Great job by Nicholson, the hustle play, or Mahias, rather, but got to sort all this out. Receiver stumbled a little bit, and that allowed Gaston to make the interception.
They're trying to get it single coverage, lays it up. Nice job here, and then just an excellent return, breaks that tackle, and then gets to the outside. And then you'll start seeing these blocks in the back right here. Nobody quitting on this play, I can tell you. You can see that block in the back.
Yeah, Nicholson.
After the interception, there are 3 fouls.
Let up.
All by the return team. Illegal block in the back.
Either he knew that
number 0
flag was
43
on his team, or he ran out of gas.
Have a block in the back. Number 9 during the return. That foul will be enforced from the spot of the foul. Pflugerville ball. First and 10.
All right, so
there were 3 different penalties.
And I believe they were all post-possession.
Yes.
So it is Pflugerville ball with 9 seconds to go.
Pflugerville takes over at their own 19.
So the interception by Caleb Gaston stands, and then all that other stuff was afterwards. What that does is it's going to keep Pflugerville off the scoreboard to end the half with, well, you would think, with 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, it took a whole lot of time off the clock, but boy, that looked like an opportunity to get it to a 2-possession game, and with the pick, second turnover of the game for Elgin.
So 9 seconds. Tight formation for the Panthers. They'll take a knee, and we'll go to the half. Elgin was hanging tough, and then Pflugerville got touchdown, a fumble, a touchdown, and then that third touchdown after was tied at 14.
Yeah, they were right in the ball game and took advantage of it. Also changed their defense, got 8 or 9 guys in the box, slow that running game down.
Yeah, and give Elgin credit, because they did some things on offense to kind of maybe trip up Pflugerville a little bit, putting Nicholson in the backfield and Mahias in the backfield, and it was successful. But again, also the numbers aren't great. You got a lot of Elgin guys going on both sides of the ball, and trying to keep up with that offense certainly takes its toll. So halftime here at the Field in Pflugerville. High school football on KBVO is brought to you by Thomas J. Henry.
I think we're out of tortillas.
We can manage, right?
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time.
Oh, that's Favor with our HEB Now order.
When it's got to be HEB and it's got to be now, Favor brings you HEB Now.
Bologna taco.
Get 15 items in as little as 45 minutes. Favor, how Texas orders in.
Adventure into the wild at Exotic Resort Zoo. A rare up-close experience. Guided tours, drive-through, or stay overnight. You can even kiss the camel. Plan your visit at zooexotics.com.
Market, off 183 just south of Austin. Come on in.
Dell Children's offers the most advanced care and technology for kids with serious complex illnesses. Join the Niall Maxwell family of dealerships and show your support. Go to kxan.com/spiritofcaring to learn more.
Pfield in Pflugerville, halftime wrapping up here as Pflugerville leads Elgin 34-14. Your score. We get some time for some highlights here, and it's like good tennis match, serve and hold serve back and forth, and Pflugerville gets on the board with a little swing pass, and Quaylen Penson does the rest.
Do a good job on the outside, and then out of the Wildcat, here comes Elgin right back and matches it. We're tied at 7.
Michael Mahias, and then Cole Taylor. Tyrone McGill, the sophomore, nice catch, kind of backpedaling, had to pull it in over a defender, and here comes that Wildcat again with Mahias.
And he makes it pay at the end of it. We're tied at 14, and then all of a sudden here came the separation. Good kick to the outside. The running game starts to work, and at that point, up a touchdown.
Yeah, and forgive me, that was Nicholson with the touchdown. Then the big turnover right there after the Edwards rushing touchdown. Melvin McPherson having a big ball game, and here's the prettiest throw of the night. Again, same combo, Taylor to McGill.
Just a really nice inside seam route, perfect throw and catch, and there's some separation at 14, and then all of a sudden it looked like Elgin was going to get something going, but the ball gets turned over, right back down the field. Good run into the corner. Extra point was a bad snap. That's where we stand at 34-14 here at halftime.
Yeah, and for Cole Taylor, another big ball game, throwing the ball, and of course it helps when you throw those little pop passes and you get credited with a touchdown pass. But well, you can see how this Pflugerville offense, Keith, they really like to stress the perimeter of defense.
Yeah, they do. But the thing that's made them successful tonight is they've stretched the defense with the short passing game, and then they've got some quick snap running because that defense gets spread out a little bit. Elgin was right with them in the first quarter and early part of the second quarter. They need a possession here to go down and get some points here to make this a 2-possession game.
So Elgin will get it. They deferred to start the ball game, and Pflugerville immediately went down and scored on that first possessions. Second half underway as these two teams head to the midway point of their season. Another good return by Elgin. Boy, they have really done a nice job in the return game. You don't see that so often in the high school game. J.J. Reed that time finding some room right up that sideline.
Yeah, he did a nice job moving to the outside, broke a couple of tackles, got it out to the 36-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 38. First possession here of the second half.
Well, it's been a mixture for Elgin on offense between Trey Flores, quarterback, and then Nicholson, and at times Mahias, kind of more of a wildcat, and it looks like they'll go with Nicholson. Flores in there. He's in the slot to the left. Now they'll check with the sideline. Nicholson had a little, almost like a delay, and only picks up a couple. They're going to key on 1 or 0 if they're taking the snap.
Yeah, in the Wildcat, they've run this quarterback draw design out of the Wildcat a couple of times. It does get positive. Really, they have brought down 7, 8, sometimes 9 in the box and played man coverage on the outside.
Yeah, they do spread it out, so they've got 7 in the box right there. Straight quarterback power. Nicholson turns it up and turns it on. Nicholson down the sideline, and again, he's tracked down by Thornton. Second time that Thornton's been right on his heels, and big gainer from Jeremiah Nicholson. But boy, Cameron Thornton showing some great speed from his linebacker position.
Yeah, he did a nice job. You saw just steps to the outside, but gets the first down, gets it into Panther territory here.
Again, it's Mahias in the backfield with Jeremiah Nicholson. There's that quarterback draw again, and picks up a couple. Let's check in with what Levi got for the half.
Yeah, I talked to head coach of Pflugerville, Charles Taylor. I asked him about Jeremiah Nicholson and that wildcat or quarterback keeper that they're running with Nicholson. He said, man, we got to fit the gap. They're not doing a whole bunch on offense, but we're hurting ourselves by not fitting the gaps, allowing these guys to get yards after the run and after contact, and we got to cut out the penalties. So many penalties in the first half that's kind of not based on the scoreboard, didn't hurt him, but he's not happy with the play.
Yeah, had to overcome. That first drive was a great example of, I think they had about 80 yards of offense on that drive. There's Mahias, and he is swallowed up. Nothing there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Now they tried to run a little delay out of that.
55 once again in the middle of it all.
Just stopped up right there. There's absolutely no push up front and had nowhere to go. I would think this is 4-down territory here.
Third down, 8.
And they need a full 8 yards here. Nicholson wants to throw it, going up top, got a man, ball hangs up. It is caught. Touchdown, Elgin. Andre Simmons from Jeremiah Nicholson.
That was really nice. Throws this ball up perfectly. And how about gets the step? And then I like this. This is ball skills. Go up and get it. Got both hands on it. Pretty good coverage right there, trying to rip it out. Held on to it. Good opening drive. And now a 2-possession ball game.
Jeremiah Nicholson doing everything. Well, I guess we have to stop calling it the Wildcat, Keith. He's just playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And Soto will try to get it to a 13-point ball game. That blocked, and so a missed extra point attempt on both sides, and it's still a 14-point ball game. 9:42 to go. We're back after this.
Well, your cholesterol.
Through the roof? Yeah. You don't get a body like this eating salads.
Not everyone tells it like it is, but at Centex, that's our thing, especially when it comes to foundation repair. Seeing cracks in your drywall or foundation? Centex Foundation Repair has 3 proven solutions that fit your budget. And if you don't need repairs, we'll tell you.
Don't worry, I use Q-tips every day.
Visit WeLevelIt.com for a free foundation or concrete evaluation. Centex. Preserve today, protect tomorrow.
Join the Austin Film Festival at our 22nd annual Film and Food Fundraising Party, Wednesday, October 22nd. Hosted at the one-of-a-kind Distribution Hall in East Austin, this night celebrates the best of Austin's vibrant culinary scene. Enjoy great food from Austin's best restaurants, amazing auction items, and an open bar. All in support of Austin Film Festival's Young Filmmakers program. Tickets are available at austinfilmfestival.com or by calling 512-478-4795.
Head over to the Elgin side for our Covert Ford Bastrop Spirit Camp. Nice opening drive in the second half for Elgin, and we're right back to a 2-score ball game.
6 plays, 62 yards, culminated with the touchdown pass, took 2:18 off of the clock. We have not seen anything but basically an onside kick on every kickoff, and you see 10 guys within about 12 yards of the football here. See what happens on this particular. They did get one turned over in that first half on one of these pop kicks.
Most points so far this season for the Wildcats in this one. And there it is. Got that big high bounce, and a nice job of coming down with it because that thing hung up for a while. Soto's got a skill there, Keith, the way he can get that ball way up in the air. Penson came up with it. He called the fair catch. That's a really heads-up play.
Almost got it knocked away. Good starting field position at the 43.
Yeah, you call that fair catch, though, they can't hit you.
They can't hit you, but they can slap the ball away.
That's right. But, I mean, I don't know if we've seen a high school kicker do what Soto's been able to do. Taking a huge bounce. All right, now can Elgin get a stop? Taylor having a big ball game. And some pressure coming, but he dumps it down to Penson. Then he makes a move. Penson turns it up, and nice job by Cole Taylor. The pressure for the first time, and Penson takes it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
He's really cool in the pocket, though. Look at it. The pressure doesn't bother him. He sees it, steps around it, finds the receiver, drops it down, and just like that, into Elgin territory.
Quaylen Penson having a big ball game for the Panthers. Other side to Hill. Hill with blockers in front. He stood up after he gets inside the 30-yard line. So second down and short. Taylor with 4 touchdown passes in the first half. His total is 21 now, and this is just game 5.
My math's not good, but I think it's 4+ a game.
Yeah. Edwards got room up the middle, breaks the tackle, and then lowers the shoulder and fights his way inside the 20-yard line. Again, this is a Pflugerville team that really got hurt by injury. Malachi McNeely went down, a guy that we're going to count on. Angel Fabian suffered an injury against Leander. Got a senior, One Grant, who came in with 24 carries, but he's been banged up. So just like that, Pflugerville threatening again.
This play clock's getting down here quickly. They're going to have to hurry to get this play off.
They're going to take a timeout. Head coach Charles Taylor, the former McCallum coach, took them all the way to the state semifinals and came over to Pflugerville. We'll step aside. Short message from Thomas J. Henry.
For 30 years, Thomas J. Henry has been in the fight for those who have been injured in Texas. With over $1 billion delivered to our clients in the last 4 years and more than 13,000 5-star reviews, our dedication to life-changing results is clear. But don't just take our word for it. Hear from those who've experienced the difference. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
So Pflugerville with a first down inside that Elgin 20-yard line. Panthers, again, they'll be off, and then they get a game against McCallum in 2 weeks. McCallum getting roughed up by Bastrop tonight at House Park. Taylor, a little hesitation. Pressure coming, gets away from one, and then just kind of shot puts it out of bounds. Elgin wants a flag. I think he got out of the pocket, but I don't think it got back to the line of scrimmage. They're discussing it, and there comes the flag.
They're going to call it. I thought he got out of the pocket enough and got this ball close enough to the line of scrimmage. He just shoves it out there. They're going to back him up.
The initial pressure from that Elgin front. Taylor big and strong. He's 6'3", about 210. Got away from the initial pressure.
It goes back to the site where he threw the football, but it carries the loss of down, so it'll be second down.
Now Elgin bringing the blitz that time. That was a freshman, Tyson Jones, number 29, the first one to get to Taylor. They bring the blitz again. Taylor has to retreat, throws it out of bounds. So, Keith, a little different look from this Elgin defense here in the second half.
Yeah, they've gotten to Taylor. They were trying to run a little sprint out that time, and it's called a flood pattern to the outside. You have 2 guys on a short out and a little deeper out and a guy down the field. Pretty good coverage there as well.
You better have it covered because they brought 7.
Yeah.
Well, now you got third down and 19 in a 2-score ball game here. Still not even to the midway point of the third quarter. Well, we'll see if Pflugerville has an answer if Elgin continues to bring the heat. That time they drop in coverage. Taylor's got some time. Now he turns it up. Hole closes, but Taylor breaks through a couple of tackles. That'll bring up 4th down and about 8. I don't think there's any question what Charles Taylor will do here. He's got plenty of confidence in his offense.
Really nice job by Taylor, recognizing there was nowhere to go with the football. He puts it down quickly. He's trying to get the screen set up. Did a nice job covering the screen. It was a bubble or middle screen, and just finishes the run. And big 4th down here.
Well, here we go, 4th down. They need 8. Blitz coming. Taylor goes up. Catch is made. Touchdown, Jones. Pflugerville back on the board. Cole Taylor's 5th touchdown pass of the night. And that is the senior, Jaden Jones, with his 2nd touchdown catch.
Well, a nice move on the outside, and you see Cole Taylor stay in there. Just great touch. He had to drop it in there, and good catch. Got inside the pylon. A 40 spot on the board for the Panthers.
Well, that's so big because it goes from Elgin having the ball in a 2-score game to Pflugerville extending it back out to 21 points, their biggest lead of the night. So Cole Taylor undeterred on 4th down. We're back after this.
When you've been injured, there's one firm that won't back down. With the size, strength, and reputation to handle any case, they're one of the largest and most respected personal injury firms in Texas. And numbers don't lie. With over $1 billion in clients' pockets in just 4 years. What other law firm can say that? Thomas J. Henry. The name you know. The firm you trust.
With every decision we make, we pass a point of no return and wonder what might have been. Unfortunately, peripheral neuropathy can have a devastating impact on those decisions. But today there's hope. At Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness, we're giving people their lives back. We're reversing the effects of peripheral neuropathy, providing much-needed relief from this complicated condition. Make the decision to visit rosedaleacuwell.com. Regret is not where you want to live.
Well, Pflugerville comes back, answers Elgin's touchdown drive to start the 2nd half. Cole Taylor, 5th touchdown pass of the night. He's up to 22 on the season, and now Elgin will get it at the 25-yard line. Well, it's tough. You get him in a 4th down. A big part of that was the intentional grounding, but that intentional grounding, Keith, was because of what Elgin kind of changed up on defense.
Yeah, and it couldn't get any pressure. A really nice touch pass for the touchdown. That was an important drive just because you looked at what Elgin had brought to the table. They take the opening kickoff in the 2nd half and go down and make it a 2-score game, and now all of a sudden the answer staring at 21 now.
Yeah, and a 2-score game was with a lot of time to go. Still not even to the midway point here in the 3rd quarter. They'll stick with Nicholson at quarterback through the touchdown pass to Simmons on their last drive. And there's McPherson again, number 55. He has had himself a game.
Tried to run the quarterback draw. Steps back a couple of steps, tries to get a lead blocker, but just great penetration on the outside. He's had a big ball game, and he's enjoyed his ball game.
Yeah, he had to beat a blocker and then go around the blocker to get to Nicholson. So another TFL for McPherson. Those aren't sacks. Those did go back to pass. So 2nd down. Mahias now tries to find a little hole, just not much there. And now tough spot for this Elgin offense. 3rd down and long. And that was big Owen Robbie.
Try to get a lead blocker out in front, and just good pursuit down the line of scrimmage. Make the tackle and try to do here. You're going to put it in the air. because it's not 4-down territory from here.
Nicholson wants to take a shot again down the sideline, intercepted by Shepard. That is Coomer Shepard, and he's turning the other way. Shepard inside the 30, and he'll take it down to about the 27-yard line. We'll mark it at the 29, but Coomer Shepard, the sophomore, with his second interception of the season.
Well, it lays this ball up, and nice job of, as I say, that's a really tough catch he made right there, and a good return as he works his way back up the field. Sees all those white jerseys, thinks, you know what, I'll just take it out of bounds. But the ball's going to be at the 29-yard line. Panthers with a real chance to separate this game right here.
Yeah, just like that, Pflugerville has a short field. And Lake Travis has now scored 49 unanswered since they fell behind 14-0 to Bowie. They lead it 49-14. See if they take a shot right off the bat. I think they want to. Down the sideline, just out of the reach of McGill. Well, McGill's had 2 touches before that. Both ended up in the end zone.
A really good route by McGill. It was a little stop and go. Did a nice job of selling it and going. He was open, and Taylor just out of his fingertips, but that was an excellent route.
Second and 10, quick hitter to Penson. Penson dragged down. Nice tackle in the open field to keep him right there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
You're a smallish wide receiver. You don't want to be spinning around with all them big bodies coming back to the inside. You saw him decide, you know, I'm going to get to the turf.
Jermaine Roberson, a sophomore for Elgin, making the play there. Gain of 7.
A 4-down territory here. You can run the ball right here. Using some clock, taking the play clock down. They're going to have to hurry, though.
And they get the snap at 1. Taylor, blitz coming. Sidesteps it, now goes the other way. Lost it for a second. Now Taylor slides down. Nice tackle in the open field to bring up a 4th down. Well, that's a really nice job by J.J. Reed.
It was. And Taylor does a nice job of escaping the pressure here. He's still got his eyes downfield, then he gets outside. Watch him right here at the end. So the ball comes out of his hands, but he gets down, avoids the blow, and keeps the clock moving when you got a 3-touchdown lead.
Yeah, and once he tucks that in the left hand, Keith, you know he's not going to throw it anymore. He's just trying to see what he can get. Actually lost some yardage. So here we go, another 4th down play. Blitz coming. Taylor got a man and dropped by Hill. Uncharacteristic there. And Elgin able to avoid the score after the interception, and they'll take over back at the 24-yard line.
You just won't see this very often. He's had a great night catching the football. He just reaches back on this one. The ball gets deep on him, and it gets against those pads. He doesn't get his hands out. And once it gets against that shoulder pad, it has a tendency to bounce and just tipped right out of his fingers. Ball goes over on downs.
Up at Gupton Stadium, Cedar Park over Colleen Chaparral, 57-14 in the 4th quarter. LBJ leading San Antonio Cornerstone 21-16, still in the 2nd quarter at Nelson Field. Pflugerville just getting their 11th man on the field, and Nicholson on that zone read keeper, and he picks up about 10.
He's had some production in that particular formation. His shoe comes off, able to get it back on.
Flores does a nice job of sticking his nose in there. Nicholson's a load.
He finishes every run. He lowers that shoulder and finishes.
Keep again. Good yardage right up the middle, but this one might be coming back. A penalty comes in from the umpire and penalty flag.
Usually means that a chop block or a hold. That's what the call is.
Well, from your options, the hold is a much better option for Elgin. I'll get the down back. It'll be first down. So 1st and 20 now for the Wildcats as we approach the 3-minute mark here. Again, Elgin's done a really nice job of figuring out ways to move the ball. Flores started at quarterback. Now they move to Nicholson. Keeper again. Nicholson's got room down the sideline. Nicholson down to about the 35-yard line. Well, he's broken off some big chunks again, kind of to Levon's point about Charles Taylor's comments. They're not doing anything fancy, but they're doing it pretty well.
Yeah, and just he made a couple mistakes in the read, and now he's reading it perfect. Good blocking up front. He's well over 100 yards rushing tonight.
A little different approach on that run, though. He wanted to take on the DB. Mahias this time on the zone read. Lost the ball, popped up in the air, and Pflugerville has it. Just a mix exchanged. And Julian Escobedo and Keyshawn Ware combine on the recovery. The
mesh did not go well. Ball pops out, then it's popped in the air. Looks like it was going to be catch and run, and able to get on it and get outside, and the turnover chain will come out again.
Yeah, Keyshawn Ware nearly pulled it right out of the air, and that's a backbreaker for Elgin with 2:37 to go when they were on their way to a nice drive after holding Pflugerville following the turnover. And now you got to go right back out and defend this Pflugerville offense. Hill slipped. He went in motion. That kind of threw off the timing. But Taylor able to get away. And now Taylor will tiptoe out of bounds. But Hill went in motion, came back and slipped. And that was what threw everything off.
Yeah, but the veteran quarterback realized, I don't want to throw it now. So he finds a way to escape the pressure, get to the outside, and get out of bounds with a 9-yard gain.
I know Rich Lucero at Elgin's frustrated they didn't have number 7 for loss. Part of that, Keith, is what we see right there. He's a big kid, 6'3", 210 pounds. He can take on defensive linemen. And he's got those good feet. So he turned that into a 9-yard gain. This time Edwards, nice little stutter step, and Edwards into Elgin territory.
He's just your quick feet. That's exactly what he does. Watch him right here. Just bounces to the outside, sees the hole, and accelerates and gets the first down.
Hernandez the tackle from behind for Elgin. Clock moving here in the third quarter. Benson has it, turns it up, and Benson dragged down, but not before he picks up about 7 or 8 more yards. Michael Wilson from behind.
Watch this one-handed catch. Out to the outside, secures it with that right hand, and turns it upfield.
Benson came in with 17 catches. He's got to be pushing 7 or 8 on the night. This time it's Hill out of the backfield. Hill breaks a tackle, turns it up, and slides down at about the 22.
He's got such quickness. Accelerates to the outside, got to get the ball in his hands whatever way you can, either through the air or give it to him on the ground. Down at the 22-yard line. Actually, they mark him at the 21. Panthers separating now.
Play clock inside of 10 before Taylor now checks the wristband. Edwards has it. Edwards down to about the 16-yard line. They don't have to run another play here in the third quarter, and I don't think they will because their head coach just pointed to the other end. They'll line up, but Cole Taylor's with Brian Jones, the referee, so I don't think they have any intention of running another play. We head to the fourth quarter here at the Pfield in Pflugerville. Panthers on top of Elgin, 41-20. You're watching high school football on KBVO, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry.
If you're thinking about a compact tractor and you want the best, you can afford a Kubota. Check out the new Kubota L2502 package deal. A front loader, a rear mower, a box blade, and a trailer, all for one low price. All Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
Welcome to Whisper Valley, where sustainable living is good for you and good for the earth. Come explore our enriching lifestyle, great schools, and beautiful homes, and live the greater good life just 20 minutes from downtown Austin. WhisperValleyAustin.com.
Start the fourth quarter here at the Field. Keith and I will be at Kelly Reeves tomorrow for 25 6A matchup, and you can watch it live on KXAN Plus, KXAN.com. Round Rock and Cedar Ridge, both those programs coming off their first district win. Round Rock coming off their first win of the season. Of course, the Dragons, a perennial playoff team.
Absolutely.
But been a rough go so far. Should be fun tomorrow night. Here's Taylor, little fake, and now the pressure comes. He's got room on the edge, turns it up. Taylor to the 5, to the pylon, hit at the goal line, touchdown. Cole Taylor, his second rushing touchdown of the season, to go with those 22 through the air.
There's a late flag came out. I'm not sure what this was, but he did a nice job running into the corner, getting inside the pylon, using his speed. Here comes the call.
He's talking to the Elgin side, so this might be something that
I think this is a post-play flag.
Yep. Unsportsmanlike after the touchdown, so it stands, and Pflugerville extends their lead to 47-20. Here it is one more time. Taylor gets to the edge, took a hit as he kind of flew in the air, and then maybe some excess there. So the extra point from Deloria is up and good, and 11:48 to go in the ball game. Pflugerville up 48-20. We're back after this.
An accident with a company car, truck, SUV, van, or fleet vehicle is not just another car accident. Thomas J. Henry has a team of skilled company vehicle accident attorneys ready to fight for you. And with our no-win, no-fee promise, you can get the representation you deserve without worrying about upfront costs, because you don't pay unless we win. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for our clients. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A-Plus FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A-Plus Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A-Plus life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
Great night here in Pflugerville. Beautiful day and evening. It's starting to feel like some football weather. 11:48 to go. Panthers on their way to a 2-0 record here in district play. This 11-5A Division II district. And yeah, I mean, we saw Liberty Hill and what they're capable of last week. They have that bruising ground attack that seems to kind of be finding their footing under first-year head coach. And then Bastrop and their fine junior quarterback. Those two, we think Conley's certainly going to have a chance to make some noise. And then this Pflugerville team certainly will be in the mix, you would think. A little ricochet for Cooper, and then he retreats a little bit, and that time the coverage was there, and they'll get him right about the 25-yard line. But it certainly appears like those four, Keith, would be the odds-on favorite in 11-5A D2. And again, just Liberty Hill's, not only how good they've been, but you just have to adjust to that style on a short week every time you play them, or a week rather. And so they are rolling again tonight. We're not surprised that they won big tonight over at Navarro, 64-0.
There's a flag on the play. We still haven't got the call yet. It's going to back up. Elgin.
Block below the way. So Elgin now, they did a really nice job of hanging in there, and even when they fell down by 3 scores before the half, they answered right off the bat and then got Pflugerville into a 4th down situation, but got one stop on a 4th down, but not enough. And now Elgin pinned back deep in their own territory. Nicholson keeps it that time. Too many dark jerseys.
Trying to run the zone read. Get it to the outside right here. Did a nice job of reading that back to the outside, staying at home.
Oh, and Robbie, 79. McPherson seems like he's been on a dozen plays tonight. Mahias gives it. Keyshawn Ware is there.
Stays right at home. That's your job. He goes unblocked as a defensive end. He just reads it. Watch him sit right there, see it, not give up his space, and then make the tackle.
And this is where
obviously got a hand injury, as you could tell.
Yeah. This is tough for Elgin. They need to stay ahead of the chains. Pretty limited in the passing game. They made some plays through the air, but not consistently. Nicholson turns it, can't get away from the pressure. And that will bring up 4th down. Dylan Daniels from the backside, and we'll see Soto into punt for Elgin. It's just their second 3-and-out.
Yep.
The ball game.
They've had some 3-and-outs on turnovers, but not 3-and-outs on punt.
Now you got a tough spot here. You're going to punt from right around your own 5-yard line. Gaston back deep. And that one out of bounds into the Elgin bench.
Side of his foot.
Marked way up just outside the 30. So short field for Pflugerville. We'll see if Maybe see some new faces in for the Panthers here. This one in hand at 48-20, 9.5 minutes to go. They get the open week next week and then 5 weeks of district action to decide things. We'll keep Taylor out there at quarterback. Of course, he doesn't take many hits.
He gets the ball out of his hands in a hurry.
All kinds of time down the seams. Got a man. That's McGill again. And McGill in the end zone. There's the hat trick for the sophomore. Tyrone McGill, 3rd touchdown catch, 6th touchdown pass of the night for Cole Taylor.
It just comes back to the seam. Good blocking up front. And then Taylor sees him, delivers the football. Lays it in there. And then turns it upfield. Explosive here in the 4th quarter.
So Pflugerville on their way to a 4-1 record and 2-0 in district play as the extra point is good, and they lead it now 55-20. We're back after this.
Salsa and guac are empty.
Nah, that's no big deal, right? That's Favor with our HEB Now order.
When it's got to be HEB and it's got to be now, Favor brings you HEB Now.
Not in this house.
Get 15 items in as little as 45 minutes. Favor, how Texas orders in.
I served my country for 21 years, and I want you to know I was injured in Iraq. I was rear-ended in October of 2021. Because of that accident, I need a wheelchair to get around. Because I served my country for so many years and I got hurt, it was good to know that someone had my back, and that was the Force. If Jeff were here, I would tell him, thanks for having my back and caring about the veterans in Texas.
Okay, now's your chance to tell them yourself.
How you doing?
Want more? Call the Force.
Now, big night for this Pflugerville offense, and Cole Taylor, their fine senior quarterback. He's up to 23 touchdown passes, 23 touchdowns. Put this one away.
They have in the second half, but it's been a game effort. I mean, these guys came out, they had a good game plan. The little Wildcat, we're not calling it a Wildcat anymore because he played a lot of quarterback in the game and did a nice job of moving the ball down the field.
Now they go back to Flores at quarterback and gives it to Traylor. This is how they started, and this is how they drove it on that first drive, and Traylor did a lot of it on the ground. You see Flores goes over to the sideline between plays. That's a sophomore running back. That's just good, hard running.
These guys all deliver the blow as running backs. They run hard, they play hard.
And tell you what, Jeremiah Nicholson's going to earn a long weekend the way
he's had a big
run the ball for Elgin tonight. Flores, that quarterback draw, and that'll be 3rd down. Of course, they have to go to school tomorrow, but get a little extra time after a Thursday game, as they also will go into their open week. All they have to do, Keith, in 2 weeks is take on that Liberty Hill team we saw last week.
Yeah, the slot T, it's just a really difficult thing to get adjusted to. You need an off week before you play the slot T.
It was a 703-yard rushing performance last Thursday. They did not put the ball in the air. And that's going to be 5 yards. And that was against a Conley team that showed a lot of explosiveness on offense with their fine quarterback Jace Watkins. But again, you can't miss against Liberty Hill. Once they get rolling, you've got to match their scores.
You got to match.
push it back to 3rd down and 7 here. Clock continues to move. Good one here tomorrow night, by the way. Weiss and Hendrickson will play. Flores going up top, and that one a little overthrown. Intended for Simmons, who had the touchdown catch, but that should be an entertaining game here tomorrow. Vandegrift and Vista Ridge play at Gupton Stadium tomorrow evening.
Yeah, you're at that time of the year. You get to 1st of October, there's district games. Get some great matchups every week.
So Soto back into punt for Elgin. Got the 1 first down. They continue to play keep away from Gaston, and that one out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So 7:07 to go here in the ball game. All Pflugerville after Elgin scored on that opening drive in the second half.
29-yard punt by Soto. Pflugerville takes over at their own 24.
I would think you may see some different personnel now.
The touchdown drive after the Nicholson touchdown pass to Simmons. On a 4th down, Jaden Jones caught that touchdown pass. And that one got it back to a 3-score ball game. So Pflugerville will go with Ryder Deal. Deal, the junior, and now a timeout as get the new quarterback in and things not totally buttoned up, so the Panthers will take a timeout. Check in with Levon Whitaker, 5 weeks in. Levon, Cole Taylor, another fine quarterback, different style. Last week, Liberty Hill ran it on every down. Seems like Pflugerville's thrown it just about on every down. Your impressions of this quarterback from Pflugerville?
Yeah, Cole Taylor is, like you said earlier, guys, good height, good physique in general, 6'3", about 200-something plus pounds, and he can sling it. But he got a little footwork to him as well. He's patient in the pocket, doesn't rush it too much, makes the right decisions, gets the ball out fast. A little more, pretty much the opposite side of the coin from what we saw last week here, Liberty Hill. I don't see Cole Taylor and Pflugerville rushing for 700 plus yards, but I think Jeremiah Nicholson, if he had that offense, he'd be up there with that Liberty Hill rushing attack.
Yeah, 700 yards might take 6-7 weeks. Miss exchange on the handoff from Deal, and Elgin comes out with it. That's just new quarterback in there and had an exchange problem with.
It's never got it in the basket.
That's one Grant. I don't think he was expecting it. So that won't make that Pflugerville sideline happy. In fact, Charles Taylor visiting with those two players right now. And now all of a sudden Elgin gets a short field with 6:50 to go. I mentioned the points they put up tonight have been a season high. Flores back in there at quarterback. Trailer has it. He is cut down after a gain of 1.
They're on Trailer carry. 82 tackled by number 0, Keyshawn Ware.
A lot of different personnel in the game here.
2nd down 8, bro.
The Pflugerville matchup against Liberty Hill will be at Liberty Hill on October 17th. They've got quite a finishing schedule. They've got Liberty Hill, 2nd down play. Little option and one broken tackle from Mahias, and then he is stood up and fights forward for the 1st down. So a nice gain right there. But their last month of the season, they get Liberty Hill, Crockett, at Bastrop, and Conley. So that's going to be a tough month for Pflugerville to close this season out.
Timeout called.
Timeout with 6:01 to go.
Player down. get up.
That's Daniel Townsend, a junior defensive lineman for Pflugerville. So they'll call him back out.
The result of the play is first down for Elgin. It will be first and 10 on the 11.
So first down for Elgin after the run from Trailer. And that one, Keyshawn Ware sniffed out. He nearly could take the handoff from Flores on that play.
I tell you, he's got such a great read. He's had a big night. Guarantee he's going to be in the 10 unassisted, maybe 12, 13 total tackles with the assisted tackles, but he has had a big night.
Next Thursday, we'll make way for Westlake here on KBVO. They take on Aikens. Aikens, by the way, 4-0. They got to go to Dripping Springs tomorrow, but that matches their season high win total ever. They've never been over 4 wins in a season. They've got 4 out of 4. Now it gets obviously a lot more difficult. Here's the keeper, Nicholson, down to about the 10-yard line. But we'll have Westlake next Thursday night here on KBVO from Berger Stadium against Aikens. And then Keith will be at Vandegrift along with Cameron Parker on Friday for a KXAN Plus game between McNeil and Vandegrift in a 25-6A matchup. So
it's a good matchup.
We'll flip-flop with our friends from Chaps TV on next week. In fact, we'll have 2 straight weeks of Westlake Thursday night football. Here's a 3rd down and 10. Nicholson keeps it, and he's dragged down from behind. And that will bring up 4th down. Dylan Daniels with the tackle. And we get to go out to Georgetown in a few weeks on a Friday night, KXAN Plus, and see the Eagles and their fine running back, Jet Walker.
Yeah, excited to do that.
Here's 4th down. They can get to the 1 for a 1st down. Long look over to the sideline. Plenty of time on the game clock. And now they'll take the timeout.
Now, once you get, as I was mentioning earlier, Roger, once you get to October, you start getting some of those great matchups, and we're going to have them for you here, either on Plus or KBVO. And I mean, it's district play. Just it just means so much because all these young men want to find the postseason, and his coaching staff's jobs to try to get them into the postseason. And they became so important. Each game becomes so important.
I mentioned 25-6A, and Round Rock got that win over McNeil last week. A pretty good McNeil team. Now McNeil and Stony Point will play tomorrow night at Dragon Stadium. I figured the winner of Round Rock Cedar Ridge is going to have a leg up with that 2nd district win. Obviously Vandegrift is the heavy favorite in that district. So that game tomorrow at Dragon Stadium certainly will carry a lot of weight.
Yes, it will.
4th down, Flores too low, had a man in Simmons, but he had to rush that throw a little bit, and that'll give it back to Pflugerville here with 3:40 to go, and I'm sure their young backup quarterback would like another chance to run a few plays after that fumble.
Defense did a nice job right there, got some pressure, get it turned over on downs. It's always a teaching and a learning experience and when you're playing a game, because there's no substitute for experience. It's so many times you rush things, make things try to go faster than they really are, try to slow things down. And Cole Taylor back into the game.
Okay, so they want to make sure they don't have any sort of mishap again on offense here. Anticipate keeping this ball on the ground, and they do. 1st down run from Grant. That is O-N-E, Grant, senior. Came in with 24 carries and 140 yards. He's been nicked up a little bit.
Yeah, he got some go in him. He's a good one. He's healthy. Trying to get him back ready for the second half of the season. Both these teams, as you mentioned, having an off week next week.
Back to Grant, gets the edge, turns it up, and he's got a first down. Every time we talk with coaches during the week, you always ask about the general health, and you can kind of hear it in their voice. If it's not too bad, you can tell how fortunate they feel.
Well, these young men start 1st of August, sometimes even in July. They're working and look over solid 2 months of football, sometimes 6 days a week. You're going to get banged up, and you'd like to get healthy.
So first down, Grant again, a little stutter step, and this should take us to the 2-minute timeout with a gain of about 4 on the play. So Pflugerville will be on their way to a 2nd district win. Last year, the Panthers went a couple of rounds deep into the playoffs. They won 8 ball games. This is after a nice turnaround, Keith, because they'd won just 6 games in the previous 2 seasons, and it kind of came with the evolution of Cole Taylor at quarterback.
That guy that signal caller has a lot to do with winning and losing football games, no doubt about that. But you can see this culture. Coach Taylor knows what he's doing. And you see the depth. That's what's impressed me, is how many people are out and the depth that we've seen in this ball game. There's a depth of receivers here that has been really impressive.
Well, I think it's safe to take a look at our Covert Auto Group winning drive. Came in the 2nd quarter. Elgin gets an answer, so it's a 2-score game. And here comes Cole Taylor and that Pflugerville offense, the dump down to Quaylen Penson, and that gets this drive unlocked. Then they go to Hill out on the edge, takes it down inside the 30-yard line.
Good run right here, back
Edwards.
up the middle. It's done a good job right here. Sets that up, and then I like this. Get away, get out of a jam, get to the outside, but it leads to a grounding, come right back, force a 4th down on this drive, and you think, oh, Elgin's going to be right back in it. Nice job right here having to put it down. They took away the screen that he was trying to go to, and this leads to this 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down. They don't make this. It's a 2-score game. Elgin gets it back, and they are coming off a score, but the touchdown pass Taylor to Jaden Jones, and that is your Covert Auto Group winning drive, as Cole Taylor has been in on 7 touchdowns for Pflugerville. First down run from Grant, and now Pflugerville can essentially run out the clock here as they get Cameron Fulton, a freshman receiver, in on the action with his first carry, and to run a couple of more plays here and call it a night.
Well, they could take 2 knees and this would be over with.
Yep. So Pflugerville on their way to another impressive win. Again, their only hiccup was a 4-point loss to Hayes in week 2, 35-31. They keep it on the ground. Grant knocked down. He does, I believe, have a first down, so we're going to have to stop the clock and then
don't have to snap it again.
Right. So Pflugerville Panthers 55-20 will be the final score here as they roll the clock. Elgin came in, played them tough. I mean, this is an Elgin team. Rich Lucero really pleased with the development in a lot of different ways. They lost a lot of key personnel trying to get the numbers back up, but they came in and played really hard. And again, this was a 2-score game and not decided early in the third quarter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, get a stop, got the football back. If they go down and score, you could have very easily got right back in the ballgame. They played hard. Impressive. Cole Taylor is impressive. It has had a big night. 7 touchdowns that he was involved in tonight.
Yeah, 6 touchdown passes, so he's got 23 on the season. Hey, join us again tomorrow night. Keith and I will be out at Kelly Reeves on KXAN Plus, Round Rock and Cedar Ridge, and then Westlake and Aikens a week from tonight right here on KBVO. I want to thank so much for joining us, for everyone at KXAN Sports. For Levon Whitaker and Keith Moreland, I'm Roger Wallace. Once again, Pflugerville over Elgin 55-20. Good night from the field.